Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, part 5 of the Leeds United love story. Now before I restore this game guys, I have to say it could be the end. This could be the last part. I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it isn't. Someone said to me, nah, keep it going, a friend of mine, and you'll understand why. You will understand why. So we've come to the end of season 3 for Leeds United on the ODB. Now my last video was at the start of the season when I played the World Club Cup, which I lost, you may recall. And I'm in the process of the updates at the minute. So there you see, the Leeds United, we won the title, very, very convincing. Now this is one of the reasons why I'm saying it's going to be the end of the road now for Leeds United, because we've won the season, we've won the league for a third successive year, and this was just an emphatic style. And the basics behind that is the squad looks absolutely immense. Now I should say to you, right, since I've actually played a little bit of pre-season, and I did buy Iker Casillas, but I've since sold Iker Casillas because he fucking annoyed me. So I've just brought in the great Jamie Langford. So in terms of defence, I need to see if I've sold anybody since the window opened. Yeah, I've sold Arcadius back. So quite a few of you may say, why the fuck would I sell Arcadius back? I sold Gravison, who I picked up earlier in the season in exchange for Gary Kelly. He's gone. Casillas has gone, and you can see Gary Kelly went on a part exchange. So my squad, you know, my main team all season long, in all fairness, right, has been Boomer at left back, Zanetti at right back, Cannavaro and Ayala, although I'm happy to sell Ayala because of his age, but they've just been absolutely relentless. And DMC, Edgar Davids, albeit he's had quite a disciplinary issue, but just, you know, you can't grumble at 7-9-8. You may be able to question 2 red cards. Casillas, by the way, got me 3 red cards, that's why. Agahoa, Boya and Harry Kuehl have been absolutely immense in the middle, not to mention Karagunas, Mark Kerr have stepped in. Nicky Ferenko has just been insane last season for me behind the striker, hence why I've offloaded Arcadius back. And then of course Maxman Sigalko has been insane as well up top. Where is it? You know, if you look at that, 45 games, 57 goals, absolutely crazy. But then you've still got Alan Smith. So I feel that I've reached a stage where maybe, you know, there's not much left to achieve in England. That isn't to say I won't move clubs. I should point that out. It isn't to say I won't move clubs. You'll just have to stand by and wait to see if and when there is a part 6. But that still isn't the reason that I left. Let me show you. Just change my USB very, very quickly. So, if we can, let's go to the League Cup. We won the League Cup. We retained the League Cup. Absolutely convincingly. There you see Sigalko and Kuehl, absolutely great. But Lee Bowyer, I'll actually happily look to sell him for the simple reason. Lee Bowyer, 3 reds as well. But the bottom line is, I mean, look at him, he's an absolute monster. So I'm a bit reluctant. Mark Kerr does a good job, but he's not Lee Bowyer. So League Cup, we retained the League Cup. The FA Cup, let's go to the FA Cup. You may recall I've lost the last 2 finals. We won the final. We didn't enter until the 5th round, funnily enough. That's because we won the UEFA Cup in season 1. So we were in the World Club Cup, or the World Championships. So we didn't enter until the 5th round. Liverpool, who won it for the last 2 years, were knocked out in the 4th round. But we stood firm to win it 4-1 against Manchester City. Alan Smith, who certainly had his fair share of games. You see, I mean, yeah, 50 starts. When you think, right, 50 starts, and Sigalko had a fair amount of starts. They both, you know, they both blended really, really well. So, can you remember the Champions League? Season 1 we weren't in it. We won the UEFA Cup. Season 2 we got knocked out to. Season 2 we lost in the final to PSV. Right, we knocked out Man United and Leeds along Man United and Roma along the way. Season 3, we got to the final. That's why I think I might give up. That is why. So I was on for the quad. This is deja vu. I was on for the quad, and I lost the final. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I was fucking fuming. I was fucking fuming because I got. Who was it? I landed in the semi-final. Manchester United, although we won the first leg 2-1, we drew the second leg 2-2. Dortmund in the quarters. I was absolutely fucking livid. I mean, PSV didn't win the league, funnily enough. Ajax stormed the league, so I was even more pissed off about that. I went and looked at PSV and I thought, oh, they brought anybody of interest. They brought Batistuta, but Batistuta is an Asian guy. They've not brought anybody, you know, superb to warrant winning the Champions League. So I've got to make a decision now as to what I'm going to do with Leeds United. So I lost the Champions League for the second year running in the final, once again to PSV. But so one of the things that spurs me on to maybe play another season is I lost the FA Cup final to Liverpool 2 years in a row, and I won it at the third time of asking. That's 2 years in a row now I've got to the final of the Champions League. So I don't know. So let's have a look if I've got any future players coming. I've made offers. I've got plenty of offers in because I've obviously recouped a little bit of money. We've got one Bosman coming. Not that he's gonna break in, Geyser. But I've got plenty of offers in. I don't think my money's gonna get me odds. Oh, and I've got Duvio as well. He's coming. Antonio Cassano, I am looking at him. Dave Prutton, I would like him. John Curtis always looks good. Hersey, one of my go-to players at the bigger stage. Ajax, great. Joe Cole, I do want Joe Cole. He's one of my number 1 targets. Van der Vaart, especially if Bowyer goes. Ronaldinho, the non-EC of course, but I'd like to try and see if I can get him. The Roma centre half is I'm not really too sure about that. This depends on the Ayala deal. So plenty of players that I am going for. Then of course I've still got non-ECs. Riyadh, the Egyptian, the pre-gen of Mo Salah. Maido, Brožek. Now let me tell you something about Brožek and Riyadh. I got these two guys towards the end of season 1, so the contract protection had already come in, and I got them on the sneaky way of getting the work permits, which was literally at the end of the season. So what I've done, and you can see I did this in March, I offered him a new contract, but I've had to offer him 35 grand a week, and that was in order. So the way I read it now, when I get to, I'm hopeful that he may get English citizenship before the permit becomes an issue, or before he won't sign a new deal. So I did the same with Brožek as well. 21st, yep, so Brožek as well. So that is where we are at. Quick look now then. Robbie Keane still looks the bollocks. He still looks the bollocks. So I am keeping a real close eye on my contract expiry. Ayala's out in a couple of seasons. Edgar Davids is out in a couple of seasons. They are both 31. I am half tempted to keep Ayala. I mean, I paid a lot of money for him, and I can't grumble at how he played for me last season, in all fairness. Let's take a look at Cannavaro. Cannavaro, 7-4-0. He's been absolutely brilliant for me. Stephen Pearson, I don't want to sell Pearson. I like Pearson. I think he's Agahoa. Let's have a look at Agahoa. 804. Of course, Agahoa is a non-EC. So the non-EC perspective has been really difficult to keep happiness. In defence, you see, I've got NDA and Okaronko. That's 2 in midfield or attacking midfield. We've got Riyadh, we've got Agahoa, we've got Nikiforenko, we've got Maido, you know, and then of course we've got Sigalko up top. It is very, and Brožek as well. So obviously I can only name 3 of them. It's been very, very difficult. Everyone is well unfit. I think they all need a rest. I might actually, when I go back to this, I might go back to it and I may take him out of training. I have listed Kimi Kallstrom, and the reason I've listed Kimi Kallstrom is because I'm happy to sell him. I think it's the end of the road for him. I have offered, he has signed actually, yeah, Ian Hart for a new contract, because Ian Hart had 10 games for me, and look how well he did for me, 790, but he ain't putting Boomer out. Boomer was just absolutely insane as well. Look at that, 20 assists from Boomer, absolutely phenomenal. Tommy Smith, I think I'm happy to, no, I'll give him a new contract actually. I was going to say I'm happy to sell Tommy Smith, because I don't think he's doing much for me. He isn't really getting the games. Karagunas has come in. At one point he did break in and was ahead of Harry Kewell, just purely on average rating. So Harry Kewell, another fabulous season from Harry Kewell, were almost identical. So that is where we are at. Chiotis will be my #1 goalkeeper. He hasn't been brilliant, but hopefully he can step it up for next season. So everyone thinks the squad should have more depth. I'm halfway through the update, and I've just had a stadium increase. So the money situation isn't great, because they've just, you can see I've got one more, there's 2 updates on the 19th of June, isn't there? And they just upgraded my stadium and my facilities. So that is where we're at on the Leeds United Part 5. All I'll say, guys, is stay tuned. Till next time, take it easy.